I like to define being black by just being another average person, but being a different skin color.
Being black is, it's not a color, it's more about your attitude and your culture and the things that you believe in and your values and your morals. That's what being black means to me.
Strength, resilience, diversification, a lot of different ways to define black. But I think that considering what we've experienced in this country and across the world, certainly it comes with a sense of pride, strength, certain level of resilience you have to have, especially being black in America.
Special kind of person and really different.
I define being black as being very interesting because we're always looked at, we're always grouped in one category, and all of us are not the same per se. We don't all act the same, but it's just very interesting. Everybody going on day by day.
Now I saw something on, I think CNN about some whales attacking people, and instead of calling it the big fish, they called it the black fish. And I was just thinking to myself, why did they just call it black? They called it black because I guess they wanted to say that black was wrong. But I look at black as powerful because what I notice in my life, whenever someone wants to depict something that's bad, they'll take it and they'll come around it like with more power, like how I think women are more powerful than men. So a lot of times men push women down. So you suppress the things that's most powerful.
Okay, I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is that knowing that I am of African descent, not sure from where, but you know, that I had ancestors that survived the Middle Passage, and that ancestors that survived slavery, and ancestors that survived the Jim Crow era, and I have an obligation to that. So that's kind of how I first see. That's the first set of prisms that I think I view being black through.
Just trying to figure out your place in the world, you know, when you're black, and that's one of the main things. You know, it's just an aside. You know, you have this commercial where everyone is able to call where they're from, and they have a black guy in the commercial, but they don't talk to him about where he can call. And I think that that's something major for us in our community, where we don't have anybody that we can call in Africa. When you are black as I'm black, obviously you have people who, I have an uncle who's from Morocco, and so yes, he can get on the phone and call, speak to somebody from Morocco. But I personally, because my ancestors have, you know, so much removed from the continent, I don't have anybody that I can call. And being black in America, that's what you deal with on a day-to-day basis. You really don't have someone that you can touch in Africa.
Being black is being one that's having a understanding of where you've come from, where you're going, and having a strong belief in who you are as a person.
Having soul, if that makes sense. But the truth of the matter is like, can you really define being black? I mean, that's a question, you know, that's an age-old question, to be honest with you. So
I would define being black nowadays as a tough journey for any man or woman. Getting rid of the middle class, they got the rich or the poor. So we mostly fall in that category, and we don't, as black people, support each other on a regular basis. So I would say we are at the low end of the totem pole of the race category right now. That's how every ethnicity looks at black people.
I define being black challenging, not so much in a negative content, but in a positive content with a negative undertone. And what do I mean by that is that being a black male, I often find that you have to, just being black in general, you have to work harder than your counterparts and some of your colleagues and just people in general just to get the same rewards.
It's a challenge every day, but it's something that you have to get over, and it's something that you have to push through. But I think being black and defining black is a beautiful thing.
It's more than a color. it's pretty much, it's me. When I think about me being black, I think about Malcolm X, I think about Huey P. Newton, I think about W.E. Du Bois. Me being black is just, I have more, it's more than me. It's more than just, you know, my family. It's me for the race of people, because we, especially being, you know, young and black and a male, it's like you get the short end of the stick.
People don't see a big guy, or people don't see a tough guy. The first thing they say is, that's a big black man. And regardless of how it may change, or whatever I wear, a suit or tie, or a regular shirt, or a hoodie, or a baseball cap, I'm still considered like some type of bad guy or criminal, or I never really get a chance after the first look to really show who I am as a person on the inside.